Welcome to Hunky Dory Craft TV's most memorable moments. Here's a small collection of some unforgettable and some more regrettable moments in what has been an incredible year for craft. So let's have a look at our top 5. And here's number 1, possibly the longest craft demonstration in history.
Afternoon everyone. Okay, we're going to make a poinsettia A5 aperture card. So we're going to make an aperture card, but we're going to make an A5 card, but try and make it a little bit more interesting. Let's see how we go. The recipe is really simple. Okay, if we go to the overhead, I can show you. Here we go. We've got a piece of cardstock. We've got the lovely festive blooms topper sheet that comes with the in this bundle, and we've got a little piece of snowfall acetate. Okay. We're going to create our own aperture. We're going to build some levels into it, and then we're going to finish the card off with some acetate and a sentiment. First things first, let's turn this into a piece, into a card blank. It's a piece of cardstock at the minute. What we're going to do is we're going to score it in two, and this is the thing that Anne-Marie or Natalie or Sheila say that they hardly ever do, because usually they cut up a piece of card and use it in lots of fancy ways. We're going to start really basic. We're just going to score this in half. Let me show you how I do that. Sounds strange, me saying, let me show you how to score a sheet of card in half, but everyone has their own little ways, don't they?
It's true.
It's true. So what I do is I have my card facing away from me, and I pop it up on the inches side up to the right-hand side up to number 12. And I know that if I choose 6 1/4 inches along and score down there, 6 1/4 inches, then when I fold it over, I'm going to get just a tiny lip on my A5 piece of card, which is perfect for opening the card. Mm-hmm. So you'll know. So, dead simple. There we go, we put that on there. We need a little bit of space at the bottom because we want to have a sentiment here, okay? I don't want to put my sentiment on flat, so I'm going to pop a border there and my sentiment there, okay? Now I could just pop all that together. It's a very pretty card because the artwork is pretty and the work is sort of done for you in the quality of the design, but I want to make it a bit more interesting, so I want to add some levels. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, I'll pop those to the side again, and I'll start taking this frame apart. I'm just using my craft knife to trim this out. I'm being careful. I know you might say I'm being a little slow here, but there's reason behind it, and it's just because it's a knife and because it's my first ever demo and I'm scared. So let's just pop these out at the corner. There we go. 1, 2.
Mel Lil is impressed with your steady hand.
Thank you very much, Mel. I'm just going to pop the lid back on that, keep it nice and safe. Okay, so we have ourselves an aperture. There we go. I'm just going to grab my, I should have done this before actually. I'm just going to grab my score tool and just burnish that down a little bit so that it stays shut for me.
You've done very well with your aperture, considering you didn't measure where that was going.
Thank you very much. Well, it's in the right place. You can usually do these things by eye. Usually, if they look like they're in the right place, they're in the right place.
I can't.
Oh, of course you can. How?
Because of my OCD.
We're going to put that aside, guys, but you're going to keep that and you're going to be able to use it for something else, I'm absolutely sure. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure my frame. Okay, I'll just set that to the side for a minute, and I'm just going to measure this frame here. So my frame is, so let's say that is 11.5 by, it doesn't have to be exact this, guys, 14.5. Okay, so if I give myself 11 by 14, then I'm going to cut myself a piece of acetate that's 11 by 14, and it will fit behind that perfectly. Okay, so let's start here with 11. Sorry about popping my head forward, I'm just trying to make sure I get it right. There we go. By 14.
It's a very nice head.
There's 14. It's a very shiny head, Alan. You, however, wouldn't have that problem because you have a lustrous head of hair.
I wouldn't quite say lustrous.
I'm very envious. Very envious. Okay. And I'm going to pop some foam pads on the back. But I don't just want one layer of foam pads. So these are 2mm foam pads. I want 2 layers of foam pads because I want a bit of added dimension in here. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3.
You're getting a lot of praise, Dan.
Praise. Well,
You have also had praise from very high up.
who is praising me?
Our little friend Natalie,
Natalia.
who's busy on TV today. She says you can sit in that demo station more often, Dan, doing an epic job.
Epic job.
And
Thank
she
you
does
so
not throw
much,
the word epic
darling. She
around.
doesn't. She really, really doesn't. Okay, so I'm just making 100% sure I'm happy that this is going to be that way round. Yes, it is. I want the red at the bottom. Okay. Now, because we've got this golden framing, we can use that to. In fact, we don't even need that. We can use this to make sure that we've got this in the right place. There we go. Okay. So when we shot that, you can see that this is proud. Yeah. So it's raised up a little. I don't know if you can see. We'll try and get it. You can see just a little bit there. Okay. So that's lovely. But that does mean that we can't just pop this straight on top because it would bow. So what we've got to do is we've got to raise this up the same amount that the top is raised up. Does that make sense?
Card, Dan?
I might purposefully put the sentiment on upside down just to, because then the only way is up. Do you know what I mean? Let's get this central, pop that down. There we go. And then if you can see that, and you get that lovely aperture, show it here. There we go. How's that, guys?
That is wonderful. I'm very impressed.
It really happened.
If you're still here after that incredibly long demonstration, here's number 4, Sheila's 90-mile beach blunder.
How long is New Zealand's 90-mile beach? Is it A, 55 miles? Is it B, 72 miles? Or is it C, 100 miles? What kind of craziness are we talking?
Well, I'm
What do you think,
I'm
Sheila?
thinking strategically now, which is not something I do very often. However, I'm thinking, right, is this when the tide's in, maybe? When the tide's in, is it at 55 miles? Have we had a little bit of...
Whoa, Sheila, just double checking. Are you thinking the beach is 55 miles? Out!
Yeah.
Not long!
So that's not strategically, is it? That's stupidly.
This is why we keep her here, guys. This is why we keep her here. She's awesome.
I don't know. I was thinking, you know, like when you go to, the end of the south coast in England, and there's been some erosion.
Yes, it has.
You know, and so things. What were like, you know, we had 3 miles of land. Now we've got like 2 1/4.
It's a bit like people's teeth, isn't it? Where they start off with a normal tooth, and then as they get older, they get really long teeth, like that. Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
I think we should start this again. Okay, guys. From VT. Guys, please will you like, share, and comment if you want to be in with a chance of winning one of our Midnight Britannica Mirror Magic collections. How long is New Zealand's 90-mile beach? Is it 55 miles? Is it 72 miles? Or is it 100 miles?
It's definitely not 90, is it? Apparently.
Okay, what are we here for today?
We're not sure what beaches Sheila's been to before, but let's take a look at number 3, things you wouldn't expect to hear on a craft show.
That smoky brown.
It's early mushroom. Nothing at all like late mushroom, which are when they've gone all the big. Oh, I don't like those big ones. I like baby button mushrooms.
I like any mushrooms.
You like the big? Do you like the big mushrooms? You know the ones.
The portobello.
And they're like this, and they've got all these things.
Get them, fill them with cream cheese, some breadcrumbs, put them in the oven.
Garlic,
I can't do it. People say that mushrooms are quite meaty, aren't they? They're quite. I can't do it.
So good.
I like baby button mushrooms. They're
they're
really,
nice.
and the smaller the better. So when you're in the supermarket, you get the really, really small ones, and you're doing them in butter. I know it's naughty doing them in butter, but you're doing them in butter. Ooh, and they're still firm. They're nice. Sunday dinner. I'm having that portobello.
Sunday dinner? Dan!
What?
Okay, this is an ask anything question. Ask Dan, why on earth do you have mushrooms with your Sunday dinner?
You don't have mushrooms
Where's-
on Sunday.
Is that a bad thing?
Where's that come from?
Thing I've ever heard.
Is this a Cornish thing? Does this come from your Cornish heritage?
I pop them in my Yorkshires. I don't.
No.
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 Have I gone wrong?
Oh no.
Carry on with your colours.
Anyway, it's mauve, not
Move
mauve,
on.
Emily.
Okay, so we've definitely got some unique taste buds on the Hunky Dory Craft TV team. Let's have a look at number 2, the one and only pumpkin challenge.
says here, pumpkin challenge. Number 5. Can we do the pumpkin challenge? Okay. I've got something to tell you, and you're really, really going to like this. Sheila, will you show people your pumpkin? If I can say that with a straight face.
Yes.
Will you show people your pumpkin?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is Sheila's pumpkin that she's been supplied by our friend Emily. It's a nice pumpkin.
It's
a good
nice pumpkin, yeah.
It's a nice size. It's a good
good
weight.
size,
It's not
yeah,
oversized. It's just
a proper
right.
pumpkin,
Okay.
yeah, it's lovely.
Emily went shopping for pumpkins. When Emily went shopping for pumpkins, there was only one. She went to 4 supermarkets. Okay,
Really?
4 leading supermarkets, and there was only one of them that had pumpkins, and that shop only had 1 pumpkin.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Sheila, you have that pumpkin.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my word.
So because Emily couldn't buy 2 pumpkins and she wanted us both to do a challenge, she bought a watermelon. She bought a watermelon, right? And I don't know if you can see what's at the corner of my screen here. You wouldn't believe it. This is actually a watermelon, right?
Oh my word.
You wouldn't think it, would you? You can see there's some telltale green inside. There was she could only get hold of 1. So this is actually a watermelon. And then she turned it into a pumpkin. And it looks amazing.
That is amazing. Oh my word. I know she said it was a fake pumpkin, but I thought it was like just a ball or a plastic one. I didn't realise it was a watermelon.
She sent me a message yesterday and said, which is the fake pumpkin?
Really?
And I thought that was the fake pumpkin and this was the real one.
because that's round, isn't it? This is more squarey.
Isn't it
It's
brilliant?
incredible.
And afterwards we can eat it. It's fantastic.
Exactly. Imagine carving it though. You'll get a rat slop in it.
you would, wouldn't you?
Up
You
your
would.
arms and everywhere.
But I think that's brilliant. That is so inventive. Do you want to do a close one? I love that. I think
fabulous.
she's done such
Nice
a good
one,
job.
Emily.
Well done, Em. You are an absolute star here. She really is. Thank you so much. Okay, so what is this challenge that we're doing with this pumpkin?
Well, I thought it would be funny if you would draw each other onto the pumpkin.
Draw each other.
Yeah. So you turn Sheila into a pumpkin, and Sheila will turn you into a pumpkin.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
How to lose friends quite quickly. Okay, I'm gonna have a go. So is that what the Sharpies are for?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Right. So we
Okay.
draw. So this. We can draw. We can watch. It's not blindfold or anything like that. It's just draw.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Listen, we've been stitched here because Emily said before that she was going to do this pumpkin challenge, and she said what we're going to do is blindfold. You'll have to draw a scary face, right?
Right.
Now I'll admit to it. I was in my office earlier on this morning with my eyes closed, drawing faces on things
honestly,
like that,
I
trying to
tell
test. Right?
You are a classic cheat in a most professional manner.
It's true. It's true, right? And now we've been stitched.
Oh my word.
Okay, this is quite exciting.
It is exciting. It's a bit scary though, because
It's
does
fun.
it have to be comical or does it have to be? Well, it's going to be comical.
Well,
isn't
it's
it?
not.
It's a
Yeah,
pumpkin, isn't
let's
it?
face it. I'm not an artist, so okay, right. So there's no time limit or anything, or
No.
Okay, so we
Okay,
have to
so-
draw. Hello, you. Are you just draw a bald head.
I
It's
don't
gonna
need. I've
work,
got.
isn't it?
Like, this is like a bald head anyway. So.
Okay, right,
All
okay.
right. Let's.
So first.
It's difficult because we need to look at each other.
First thing I'm doing here, is there's no doubt about it. There's hair involved, isn't there? If it's Sheila, there is hair involved, right? So I'm going to get some hair coming down this side as well. Yeah. So it's looking good. So, but I want bat ears at the top. So we're going to have a couple of bat ears. How's that? Yeah, that's looking like Sheila, isn't it? That looks quite like Sheila.
Crazy.
There's lots of hair, isn't there? God,
Yeah, I've got,
look how much
I've
hair
got
she's
lots
got.
of hair. I have got lots of
How much
hair.
hair? Okay, right. Oh, there's a fringe.
There is a fringe. Oh
There's a
yes,
fringe.
a fringe is the most important part of my hair.
Oh, do you love the fringe?
I love having a fringe. I always have done.
Right, I'm giving you, because I think it's funny, I'm giving you like a fringe with a parting in the middle. So just there.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just there. I'm not going to fill that middle bit, and I'm gonna, and I'll just do the. Should I do some split ends? Come on, it's Halloween. It's
Yeah,
Halloween.
get them in. Yeah.
Let's put some split ends in. There we go. That looks good. Sheila's got quite a wide head here, hasn't she? Have you noticed? She's a bit boxy. Poor Sheila. Right, I'll tell you what. I'll put a little bit How are you doing over there, Sheila?
I'm doing all right.
Are you not for showing though, are you?
I'm not. No, I'm just concentrating.
Oh, I'm showing. Okay,
It's all right.
So
They'll get to see it.
I want glasses, but I'm going to give a Dame Edna Everage glasses.
Thanks.
Yeah?
Thanks.
Okay.
Marvellous.
There we go. Dame Edna Everage, eat your heart out. There we go. How's that? Yeah? That's all right, isn't it?
I like that hair.
Did you like the
Yeah,
hair?
I like the hair. It's very spirally. I'm doing your stubble at the minute, and you actually look like a criminal. So you're like an escaped convict
Okay.
with lipstick on.
Right, I'm putting, you've got some, you've overdone the eyeshadow here, Sheila. That's what I'm saying. Here we go. So, there we go. How's that? Bit of that.
This actually looks like George Michael,
George, hey, I'd take it.
but not in a good way.
But no.
Oh my word!
That's a bad nose Sheila's got there. That's a bad nose.
Wait till you see this.
This, Sheila, I won't lie to you. This is like a photograph. This is photo quality. Who needs iPhones when you've just got me with a watermelon? I mean, what else? Let's have a big.
I don't think I can show you this because you.
You've lost some weight on that neck, Sheila. That's a bit skinny, that, isn't it?
That is really bad.
Bad. Right, I'm going to give you some laughter lines.
I've got plenty of those.
Except the laughter lines have started to look a bit like a moustache. So I'm going to give you. I'll join that up and give you a moustache, Sheila.
You know what? This is not great because you've got like blondish, gingery stubble hair and eyebrows, and I've got a black pen here. So.
Right. Okay. I think I'm done.
Are you done? I'll just be a couple of minutes.
There you go, everybody. Sheila Halliwell.
Oh
But I'll sign it. I'll sign it.
We're not giving it. We're not selling it. I'm giving
I've signed it. There we go. What do you think?
Why did you got a moustache?
Because why? Because she said I didn't win the scoreboard challenge.
Yeah,
So she grew one.
Right, let me just look at
Why
you.
she got a moustache? Because she hasn't shaved today. That's why.
Dan, let me just look at your eyes for a minute, please.
Look into the eyes, not around the eyes.
You are going to be
Are you gazing into
mortified.
my-
You are going to be so mortified.
I'm going to give you a nose ring. I'm giving her a nose ring.
Emily, you're going to love this.
I've given her a nose ring. There you go. Sheila's nose ring is on that side. Can you see? There. And she's having a beauty spot, but it's quite a big one. It's like a third eye. Yeah, it's like a third eye. There we go.
It's the smile.
It's a good smile. Except she's got too many teeth that look too good, so I'm just going to take that one out. There. Yeah, because she's not been. She's not been flossing, everyone.
I've got
She
tummy
wasn't
aches with
flossing.
laughing.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
goodness. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
she's a beauty, isn't she? Look at that. Bloody hell. You could use this as your passport, Sheila Halliwell. What
Okay,
a
I
pretty
think
lady.
it's time we revealed you now.
Go on then, let's have a look. It's George Pumpkin. It is, isn't it? Oh, Sheila, I love that. I love that.
Oh, no more, please.
Can
My
I take
tummy
it home and
hurts.
ask the kids
Yeah,
who it
because
is?
you can, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Wait, pass it to him for some resemblance.
Oh my goodness.
What pumpkin?
Oh, dear
Swap
me.
pumpkins. I'll put one in there like that. There we go.
This is just like, what is this?
Oh, right.
It's pretty good.
I prefer this head.
Did you see I gave you some hair on top as well?
You were very kind, Sheila. You were very kind.
Whose was the best, we'll let you decide. Now let's end on a high with number 5 and Natalie's incredible demo.
Take my tree off, and you can just snip them off where they need to be, or you can use your scissors and sort of extend those pieces. So I'm just going to go to here where my tree is, and then we're going to cut off those extra bits there. These were so popular at the weekend, and I think people have been trying to get them on our pick of the week already. I heard Sam and Dan talking about that earlier. So if you want them, you're going to have to get them now, aren't you, Sheila?
Yes, I would say get them, because these are something that once they're out of stock, they can be out of stock for quite
For
a
a
while,
while.
can't they? So and we're not just saying that, we are being honest.
Yeah, we don't. I don't want you to miss out.
No, they're beautiful, and as we always say, it's a tool. So it's like buying yourself a machine or a drill or a set of spanners or some cooking utensils, things like that. As long as you look after them, you've got them then for as long as you need to use them. If you go with things like, if you think of things like I have stuff at home in my cupboard that's been passed down through the generations, just simple things like an aluminium plate, an old serving spoon, and they've gone all funny colours, and I still use them, and it's a tool, and if you look after it, it gets, it can get passed down. And I mean, these are dies, these are much more exciting than a spoon or a plate, aren't they?
Definitely.
So, you know what I mean? So, and you can create with these, like Natalie's doing here, chopping bits out and putting them onto something else. You're almost making it into 2 dies, really, or even more.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Loads of things you can do with
You
them.
have the ability to do really whatever you want with these dies, and they're so easy to use. As you can see, now I'm using my scissors to cut around the words, so I want just the Star of Wonder in this glitter, so I'm just cutting off where the words are attached to all the pieces that I don't want, which is so easy to do. It really is. It's not hard to sort of see where they join together, and you can just pop them around like so. Sheila,
Yes.
while I get on with creating a background, would you
Yes.
mind carrying on cutting this out?
Not
Does
at
it
all,
feel
no.
like it's going to take a
No,
little
I
while?
will chop. You want the whole thing?
Yeah,
Let's
just
go
the
with that.
words.
Okay.
We'll cut that out, and then we'll start putting our card together, because it could take a little while to get that cut out. So
fine.
I've got a 5x7 piece of Ink Me. I'm going to use my scoreboard, and we're going to lay this up like this. Also, this is a tent fold, just to let you know. It's not your regular 5x7. It is a tent, so the score is at the top. But we're going to lay this on, and we're going to score this at 1, at 2, and then I'm going to take my trimmer, and we're going to cut the opposite side, so that your top fold is at 5 inches. And this is going to make a little front stepper, so we can score across here like so. And then I'm going to take a piece of 5x5 Ink Me, and we're going to make a really pretty background score on here. Now I want a really nice sunset, I think, so I've gone with 4 colours. I've got yellow, orange zest, red brick and midnight black, just to add a little bit extra to there. So I know that my Jesus in his little manger is quite central, so I'm gonna sort of create a nice little light area first around the center. And I think it's quite nice because with dies you can be as creative as you want. You can cut this out of Adorable Scorable if you want to, and just leave it as the card like we showed you earlier. But you can get really into your dies. You can cut them up, you can create backgrounds, you can colour them in using any of sort of the Prism products that we have. The possibilities are endless with what you can do with dies.
Yeah, I think they're really nice as well, because like you're saying, Natalie, you can cut with some of them, with a couple of them, you can cut them in half almost, and then you could, use the different greetings. You could swap the greetings around, couldn't you? The sentiments with the actual, with the actual bits that you're cutting off at the bottom. So in effect, you're making almost like a new die.
Yeah, definitely. You're making a whole different sort of scene for your image to live in as well.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with these. if you did miss out on the shows on Saturday and Sunday, you should definitely go back and watch them, because I know that there was so much sort of variety in the different ways that you can use the dies, and I tried to do all my demos differently, so I gave a lot of different options for what you can do with them, which I think is really nice, because then you see in sort of loads of different ways in which you can use these dies. So we're just gonna fill in this red gap at the top here.
It's a pity, isn't it? We only have like such a short time to show what you can do with them. You know, we're very limited on time here, and we have, as crafters like yourselves at home, we have lots of different thoughts and lots of ideas on how we can use them.
Definitely.
But we've got such a limited time that we can't always give you all the ideas that we have. So it's a really good idea, if you can, to go back on those shows that Natalie did at the weekend and have a look. Unfortunately, I was out on Saturday in the day, and I actually got a text from my mum to say, "Oh, Natalie's just done a beautiful card," and I was like, "Sorry, Mum, I'm not home. I was out shopping. I'm not home, so I'll have to catch up on it." But yeah, I believe you got some really good comments, Natalie, on your demos.
I did. I had a lovely comment from a lady called I think she's called Christine. She might be watching, Christine. She commented on Facebook to say how much she enjoyed the demos. There was lots of people on Instagram as well, people from across the pond, which is always nice.
Definitely.
To know that, you know, how far away they are, and those people are watching.
Yeah,
so
they tune in, yeah.
We've created this background, which kind of looks like fire, actually.
It's lovely.
Now I've put it together. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick our first panel, which just has the words on top. To do this, I'm going to use some of our glue. This is our white craft glue. So we do this in pen form, or you can get it in a big tub like this one. Let's see if we can get it out on here. There we go. And I'm just putting this onto an acrylic block, because you could go directly onto the die, but then you're going to use so much more glue than you actually need, and it's going to be coming all over, out, all on top of your die, and you don't want it to have loads of sticky gluey bits. So this is a good way of just being able to pick up sort of the right amount of glue that you need. So we'll stick this onto our background. Ooh. Making sure that
really nice.
You're putting those edges together. So this is a nice little sunset we have going on there. And then I'm going to stick this now onto my card blank that I made before, my front stepper. So this is going to go on the back.
I'm almost done with the cutting, Natalie.
Oh, it's okay.
Doing my
We'll be able to add that glittery sentiment over the top, and it's just going to add that little bit of extra sparkle to the card, really. So we'll stick this on top of our card blank. I've just used some double-sided tape to do that. And then on my stepper, the second piece that I cut before, we're going to put on top like this, so it sits in front of that card. And I did cut, I bet I've got rid of it now. I did have an extra piece of black card, but it's okay. So we can cut a piece. I'm going to cut a piece to the size of my front stepper, so we can sort of wedge our die in between. So it's 1 inch by 5. And then we can stick this. Let's just put some tape on here, and we can stick our die cut under it like so. And you can't really see the join there, and that's the beauty of the die, because you've got these little wedged bits where it's all cut out and it's all detailed. You don't actually see that you've sort of extended that base. And then we can add more tape to this bit. We'll stick that over the top, making sure it's straight. And then, are you finished, Shields?
Almost.
Shall we see, where are we up to? Can I cut some bits?
Yeah, you might have to cut this little bit off, just because it's.
Is it the bit in the S?
No, it's the little bit in the night.
Oh, that's okay.
Maybe you could just do the word star. Maybe I'll
Let's
pass it
do
to you.
that. I see.
You can trim that.
So
can't you?
let's
I'll get rid of all
let's
these
just
bits.
do the stars because
I think it'd be nice with just star there, because they're the big words,
the main
aren't
words,
they?
aren't they?
Yeah.
So
I
let's
really
just
like
trim.
That looks so amazing.
That
It's
off.
actually like it's like the sun's just gone down. It really is. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's really pretty.
and it didn't take long to do. It's just 4 colours, just blending them out. I love our Prism inks as well because you do have so many. There's 36 colours now, isn't there?
Yes.
So you've got 36 colours here, which you can use to create whatever colours you want to. If you watched the first show on Saturday, I have it here actually so I can show you. I created, using this same die, a frame, and I cut the die about five times I think, and each time I cut away different bits.
Yeah.
And then I stuck them onto, let's put this one on here.
Everyone's saying how much they are really loving your backgrounds.
Thank you.
And they're just saying how stunning that die actually is cut on its own.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. People are gonna love this, especially if you create cards to make it like church fairs.
Definitely.
This is gonna be a winner.
So lovely.
Okay, so I can hold this up now, put that on our front cam for you,
It's so beautiful.
so you can see how that looks there.
Wow, she's a talent. So thank you for watching. We can't wait to welcome you back next year with new crafts, new launches and bigger surprises. We'll see you there.